So I have two very busy little boys, and a lot of us busy moms know how much having an organized home is often a necessity. But there's an impossibility with a lot of the chaos, especially in my house. So ShelfGenie is creating custom solutions for your home to make the most of your space, perfect for not just getting organized, but staying organized. So Melissa had the fun opportunity to sit down with ShelfGenie to learn more. Check it out.
So we are here with Jake Higgins of ShelfGenie. Now explain, what is ShelfGenie and what makes your options so unique?
So ShelfGenie is a custom glide out solutions oriented company. We provide solutions that move out of cabinets, and we custom build them to fit those cabinets in that space.
All right, so we're talking organized, easy storage.
Yes.
Okay, I love those words because I need more of that in my life. Okay, let's talk about the different options that you offer through ShelfGenie in the home. Now, first, what comes to my mind when I think of storage space, are appliances, right? Things in the kitchen, but you also go to other spaces in the home too. But let's first talk about the kitchen. What can you do there?
So when we talk about appliances, people kind of get hung up on the big, heavy, tall KitchenAids and pressure cookers all go on the bottom. Well, we like to move those to the top. We like to make them more accessible. They're heavy. You don't want to bend all the way down. We want them to roll out. Perfect would be waist height. So you can grab it, you can move it to the counter, and you can move it back without injuring yourself.
And they're heavy, like you're saying. All those appliances really do have weight, and especially if you have someone who's older or perhaps you have younger kids that are helping you in the kitchen. That's a safety issue that you want to think about. Sure. That's a brilliant solution. All right, so kitchen, let's also talk about the pantry. That's always, in my house, becomes a hot mess. So help me clean up my hot mess. What would you do there?
We love pantries. We do so many pantries. They're just a huge pain point. Like when we do installs on pantries, so you have to remove everything out, right? So we have clients that are, oh, I had so many expired items, or I had 4 or 5 ketchups because they keep getting shoved to the back and I keep buying more. And
you don't know what you have.
Right.
It's buried.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, we don't just make pantries move. We organize them. We maximize the space. You have canned food. We're just going to put a glide out just big enough for canned food, and then we're going to add another one and another one and another one until it makes sense, until it's all organized.
Great, and this is all customizable, right?
Yes.
Because some pantries, they're not all equal, right? Let's face it, there are some that are so tiny, or like little teeny crevices that it's hard to find those, pre-made shelf solutions in those spaces. But you can make something to fit almost any space.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a team of designers that comes to your home and designs it for your home before we ever build or move forward.
Okay, and then how do you do that when you come out to do the customization?
So we sit down with we have some 3D software that we'll sit down with you. We'll walk through what your pain points are, and then we'll tell you how we're going to fix those pain points, and then we're going to show you how we're going to fix those pain points and how it's going to operate. Okay,
so we talked about the kitchen, we talked about the pantry. Let's move to another part of the house. What about bathrooms and closets?
So bathrooms and closets, yeah, so we have some cool solutions, especially for bathrooms. We have what we call an independent riser. It functions on its own and it mounts to the wall, so we can build around your P-trap or your garbage disposal or any of that other plumbing that's in your bathroom that makes it difficult to access, right?
Yes, absolutely. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone to the store to buy a shelf to put underneath my cabinet to maximize the space, and I can't because that's in the way. So you just constantly are going through different solutions that are wonky and they fall apart and things fall on top of each other, and then again you're in that situation where you're losing stuff underneath your sink.
Yeah.
And you don't even know you have it, so you end up buying 5 more. Love it. Okay, and then the closet, what can you do there?
So closets, just depends on the situation. Same with design, but we do a lot of like hallway closets. There's spaces that are inaccessible. They kind of go back in a dark spot. We can put pullouts in there so you can access it without having to get down on your knees or reach around or get the flashlight out to be able to see.
Okay, and when you're talking about spaces that are hard to reach, right, like really deep, you gotta kind of have to reach back there to get it. I instantly think about storage in RVs. Can you do that?
We have done some RVs. We've done RVs like pantries that are really deep and narrow, and you have to pull everything out to get to the back. we make those roll out. We have learned, though, we put a push-to-close rail on those, so when it's closed, it stays closed because RVs move.
Yes.
Right? So there's some different considerations we take in when we do RVs. But
again, it goes back to that customization, right? All depends on the space that you're working in and that person's home and for their need as well. With those 3D, you come out, you do the consultation. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Okay, so help those watching right now. If they're interested in a ShelfGenie, how can you help them?
so you could call the number that's on the bottom of the screen, book an appointment, and we're going to give free consultation and free installation to the first 15 callers.
First 15 callers. Okay, so don't waste time. Pick up right now because you can have your life organized and be that much easier. Thank you so much, Jake. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.